Godzilla is now in New York City.
Monster 01 and 02, commence the attack.
Go. You know what today is, guys?
No,
you know what today is?
What do we got?
Today is the 200th episode of Stomp This Way.
Wow.
200.
200. Now, not 200 movies, but 200 published episodes of Stomp This Way. Kind of a milestone.
That's a lot.
Low-key milestone.
That's a lot.
A lot of episodes.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. But welcome, listeners, and today we are joined by Dylan to celebrate this landmark achievement.
Landmark
achievement.
With the movie that we watched today, it's definitely a landmark.
Yeah.
And to celebrate, we are reviewing what film?
Oh, we're watching Big Ass Spider!
Big Ass Spider!
Exclamation point.
Content warning alert. We're going to say ass a lot in this podcast.
Big Ass Spider.
Even though the title card of this movie was like, biggest spider.
Yeah, biggest spider.
Also, when we told Alexa to search Big Ass Spider, did she say biggest or did she?
No, she said big, and then she bleeped
Big
herself.
Spider. Yeah,
And
she
then
like
it's
bleeped
spider.
herself.
It's just
Yeah.
kind of funny. But, you know.
She
it is
can't
what it is.
say any curse words.
No,
Apparently
she
can't
is
say Big Ass Spider.
She's a clean woman.
He's a clean woman?
I said she.
It sound like he.
I said, never mind. Let's move on from that. Anyway.
To be fair, our Alexa is cultured.
Yes.
Yes.
We set her on the Indian accent version of Alexa. Oh, we have a lot of fun here.
Oh, yeah.
She's very nice though.
She's
she
very nice.
listens when she shouldn't though.
Yeah, sometimes she tries to talk to us when we didn't say her name, and we get upset.
I'm surprised she hasn't said anything now because I've already said her name a couple
I
times.
know.
She only listens when she wants
She
to.
has selective hearing. Like, never mind. Anyway, yeah, Big Ass Spider.
Big Ass Spider.
You want to do some production trivia?
Sure.
All right. Well, this apparently was a passion project for director Mike Mendez. You may know Mike Mendez from other projects such as, you probably don't.
Probably not.
He made Lavalantula.
Lavalantula. Yeah, he's made some other kind of like B monster movies. Like, he's not very prolific. He's also kind of like an editor and producer. Like, I saw he was the editor for that movie Slaughterhouse we watched. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's about a killer sloth.
Did y'all watch that for the podcast?
No, just
Just to watch?
for funsies because it was on
That
Hulu.
doesn't sound fun.
It's not a giant monster movie.
It wasn't particularly fun, no. Anyway, yeah, but he didn't have any money for extras, so he used people from his Facebook friends list to populate the background.
He's like, hey guys, want to be in my movie?
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what he did.
Homie sent out mass message on Facebook. He said, send it to everybody.
Everybody.
I need everyone.
DM me if you want to be in a movie. The original screenplay was titled Dino Spider.
Dino Spider.
Yeah, apparently, and we mentioned that the title card was changed to Biggest Spider. Apparently, there was a bit of a fight over the title. Distributors wanted to change the title to Mega Spider because they didn't think they could market something called Big Ass Spider. But Mendez convinced them to keep his title. And this is a straight to DVD / Blu-ray film. Believe it or not.
Oh.
Well,
I wonder why.
I wonder why. Andrew, tell them about quote unquote box office.
Well, box office, it was released October 18th, 2013, with a budget of only $600,000.
Yep. What about some awards?
Well, awards. It won the Saturn Award for Best DVD Blu-ray Release.
Oh yeah, award-winning, Dylan. How's
Award
that make you
winning.
feel? What else?
It won a Saturn Award?
It won a Saturn Award.
Okay.
And it was nominated for the XSSW Film Festival's Midnight Films Award.
That's South by Southwest, by the way, Andrew.
Yeah,
Hey, I don't know that.
You're good.
you're good. Keep going.
And the Rondo Hatton Classic Horror Award for Best Independent Film.
That's right.
Best independent film.
Yeah,
I wonder how much this did in DVD sales. What do you think? Were you able to find that number anywhere?
I didn't see that number anywhere.
Well,
No.
It was apparently
know.
pretty good to win
Apparently
the Best
good enough
DVD
to
Blu-ray.
win Best DVD
release.
Blu-ray release at the Saturn Awards.
I know. Apparently somebody watched it. So
Quick thing before we get into this. With us being on our 200th episode, are we going to do anything special for this here episode? I had an idea.
yeah, why don't you tell them about your idea?
Well, I don't know if we'll do all three, but I think we could at least choose one of the franchises, probably Godzilla, since it's why we started the podcast.
Yeah.
But if we feel up to it, we could pick all three. But pick our favorite movie from each of the franchises. Kind of go around, give it, and maybe we do a little debate on who's right.
That's right. We could do that. And maybe
Yeah.
we each pick one movie outside of those franchises that we enjoyed reviewing for the podcast.
It's been a minute.
Been a little bit. I'm sure you could conjure up one.
Probably figure
Yeah.
something out.
But
Watched a lot of movies.
we've watched a lot of movies. But anyway,
Yeah. So do we want to do all three franchises, or do we just want to do Godzilla? Everyone pick their favorite Godzilla movie and we can debate about it.
we could do that. Or we could do each of us just pick one movie from one of the three
Okay.
major, and then we pick one movie outside of the three majors.
That sounds
Okay.
fun.
How's that
You got
sound?
your movie? Or is it going to
Wait.
take you a minute to think about it? You got a movie?
I'll have to.
I got the Godzilla one, but not the one outside of Godzilla.
I'll have to do something. But we got a whole podcast to
That's fair.
contemplate it.
Do we
so-
have the original schedule so I can see what all movies we've reviewed?
No. That went.
There's one on there.
Did that die?
It died. It died and went to Podbean heaven.
Does the Podbean website even exist anymore?
No, once I canceled the subscription,
It got deleted.
it doesn't exist anymore.
That's
so.
tough.
I mean, you can go on your Spotify app and scroll through the whole library.
That's a lot.
But yeah, it's up to you, bro. It's up to you. But anyway, what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to play the trailer for this film, and we'll come back. We'll read off the cast and crew, read off the plot summary, and got some exciting news to talk about at the end. And of course, we're going to talk about all things big ass spider. So we will see you in a bit.
You better hide your kids, you better hide your wife, because there's a big ass spider on the loose.
We're gonna need a miracle. Spiders happen to be my specialty. I become a spider to catch a spider.
But isn't this like the biggest spider ever? You could be super exterminator. So I'm gonna help you, and you know like how? Like Robin helps a Batman. Okay, so what is the biggest spider ever?
20 inches long and black.
Sounds funny.
Oh, God,
What?
this is so gross.
Oh yeah, what?
Look at this.
No, describe it. I'm not gonna look.
This is, without question, the biggest spider on record.
Anything else?
Anything else?
That's girl, man.
What?
Don't be scared.
I'm not scared. This thing's huge. Highly poisonous, aggressive, fast, smart. It's strong. This is a big-ass spider.
If I see the spider, I'm gonna put his ass.
This town has no idea what's coming. God help us all. We ain't gonna kill some spiders. We're gonna kill some spiders dead.
All right, we are back.
Are we back?
We're back.
Okay.
This film is directed by. Oh, wait. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you go for it, bro.
Directed by Mike Mendez. Written by Gregory Gutierrez. Music by Thierry Torjussen. Is that what we're going with?
Sure.
And starring Greg Grunberg, Lin Shaye, Patrick Bachow, Ray Wise, Claire Kramer, and Lombardo Boyar.
Lombardo Boyard.
Boyar.
Uh-huh. Like Chef Boyard.
Boyardee?
Boyardee.
Dylan, what's the plot of this movie?
Oh, this is more than a plot. This is the whole damn thing.
I'm
Aaron
sorry.
The whole
wrote a
shebang.
whole plot
I'm sorry.
synopsis.
But in case you're
here.
wondering what this movie here is about, after getting bit by a brown recluse, local LA exterminator Alex makes a visit to a nearby hospital. At the same time, a dead body is brought in carrying a bioengineered spider. The spider eats its way out of the body and bites the mortician. Not knowing the full extent of the issue, Alex agrees to get rid of the spider for the hospital in exchange for waiving his bill. Teaming up with the security guard Jose, Alex goes on the hunt. What he discovers is a spider he believes to be the largest in the world. Meanwhile, the army, headed by Major Braxton Tanner, shows up and ushers everyone out of the hospital. Alex is saved from the spider by Lieutenant Carly Brandt before he too is sent on his way. Alex and Jose, using Alex's knowledge of spiders and Jose's knowledge of LA, are able to guess the next place the spider will appear before the military finds it. This location happens to be a public park where many local citizens are killed by the spider before Alex and Jose arrive and coax it into chasing them. They bring it to a roadblock set up by the army. The soldiers unleash a hail of bullets, which are ineffective. The spider escapes once again after capturing Lieutenant Brandt. The spider takes Brandt to the top of the U.S. Bank Tower where it lays its nest. Tanner calls it an airstrike but gives Alex 12 minutes to go in and save Carly. Alex and Jose go in and get Carly just as the spider's eggs are hatching. They head down just as military jets launch missiles at the spider. The eggs are incinerated and the giant arachnid falls to the ground. Everyone celebrates the victory until the spider gets back up. Alex uses a bazooka to launch a rocket into the spider's spinneret and blows it to pieces. He secures a date with Carly, and Tanner warns of a giant cockroach as credits roll.
Ooh.
Sequel?
Yeah.
Except I haven't. I don't think I've seen that movie. Big ass cockroach.
I don't think it exists.
I don't think it came to
I
fruition.
don't know that. I don't think that's allowed. Big ass cockroach.
Yeah, they had an issue with big ass spider.
Yeah.
Dylan, this is your fault, by the way.
Unfortunately, this is in fact my fault.
You were scrolling through Prime Video
I was
one
scrolling
day,
through Prime Video one day, yeah.
and you were like, "Hey, have you seen this
You
movie?"
guys seen Big Ass Spider?
And it's like, "Oh, nope." And then I was, desperate for a movie to fill in this void week, and so here we are. I did not plan this to be our 200th episode. It just kind of happened.
Does it seem fitting?
But yeah, like I think I may have said this last or something to this effect last episode. It's like, what better kind of encapsulates our podcast other than for our big 200th episode, we're going to review something random, potentially crappy.
Oh, ain't nothing potential about it. I'm just going to go ahead and be straight up honest. It's not a good movie.
No, it's not.
Sorry to spoil our thoughts.
I forgot I did watch this before with
Oh.
Dad. With my dad.
Oh,
When?
you have seen this before.
You have seen
Yeah,
this.
I forgot about that until I started watching it.
Theo would be the kind of person to
Theo,
watch this.
this would be something for Theo, yeah. What were Theo's thoughts on it? Do you remember?
He thought it was hilarious.
Of course he did.
did.
I bet he did. Well, I will say, when the movie starts, the one thing that I do appreciate, maybe not just the one thing, but the main thing I appreciate about this movie is it is self-aware.
Oh, 100%.
And it does not take itself seriously at all. Our opening sequence is this scene with Lin Shaye, or Icon, some would say, where Alex, our main character, he's an exterminator, and he's at her house to get rid of a rat or something. And Lin Shaye is just like, literally, she like jumps on him and hugs him as he has to carry her to her yard or whatever. And you're like, oh, it's going to be that kind of movie.
Yeah.
And he crawls under her house and gets the rodent or whatever. And, then he has a brown recluse on him. And she tries to hit it with her flip-flop. And
It bites.
it bites him. And so he has to go to the hospital. And that kicks off our plot. I will say one thing. I kept expecting... Lin Shaye is, I think, second build in this movie. I kept expecting her to come back. And she never does. She's in this one scene.
Yeah, she's second build, though. This cast is in order of appearance.
That's true. I guess they could only afford her fee for one day for the movie.
I don't know. They got some other people. I'm like, or I guess really just one, Ray Wise.
Ray Wise, who is probably the second most recognizable person. I'm sure all these people have done some kind of work. I mean, the main guy, Greg Grunberg, I can't tell you what I've seen him in, but
I feel like I've seen that guy.
I've seen him in
Yeah.
something.
Or maybe it looks like somebody.
Or maybe he looks like somebody I'm thinking of. But yeah, Ray Wise of, I would say primarily of Twin Peaks fame.
That's definitely what he's most known for.
Yeah.
He is in quite a bit of this movie. He's the Army general,
He's a
major,
major.
whatever, that is, spearheading this operation. And yeah, basically Alex goes to this hospital. He's trying to hit up, there was this whole big thing with Lin Shaye where she's like, Lin Shaye's hitting on him. He's like, why are you still single? And he's like, I don't know. I guess I just haven't met the right woman. And so he's hitting on this hot nurse. And then he hits on the lieutenant chick later when she shows up. But he's got this brown recluse bite and they patch him up. And of course he has like a $200 bill or whatever. And, then meanwhile, there's someone, they've rolled in like a body bag. And in the morgue, the mortician is like, messing around and the spider unzips the body bag and attacks him and bites him. And then he comes back up to the lobby and is like freaking out. He's got this ugly spider bite. And Alex is like, I'll help you guys get rid of it if you like forget this bill. And
So Mr. Director of the hospital
the
says,
hospital
"Sure
director
thing,
says,
bro,
go
whatever."
for it, bro. And then we meet our second main character, or our main supporting character, Jose. Who
Jose.
is a walking stereotype in all the worst ways.
He's the
Jose.
security guard.
And
He talks in a really like generic
Hispanic accent.
Hispanic accent.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't hate all of their banter. Like some of it's mildly funny,
Yeah.
but a lot of it is just like not.
A lot of it's just Jose rambling just to ramble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it was all like improv.
They're like, let's just let him like just do it.
just go for it, bro.
When they're going over talking over the radio, the main character's like, U.S. to Mexico, U.S. to Mexico.
Yeah. Some of it might be a little racist.
Yeah.
His character's a little racist.
His character
just in
is a
general.
little
like Jose. Just maybe it's okay. Maybe is Mike Mendez Hispanic?
No, I don't think. I mean, he doesn't. His picture doesn't look Hispanic. He looks pretty white to me, but I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, I mean, listen, it's one of those movies. You either roll with it or you don't.
Yeah.
I can get behind just the absurdity of the film.
Yeah,
It's goofy as hell.
it's really goofy.
It's goofy.
Honestly, Andrew, and I don't know if you got a chance to watch it, but that as we were watching, I was like, you know what? This is just a much less serious version of that movie Sting that we watched.
Yes.
I mean,
it is.
actually, Sting just straight up ripped off this plot.
Just a spider that just continues to grow.
Sting was about a spider that came from space and got into this apartment building and just continually got bigger and killed the rest of the residents. It never got as big as.
Do they blow its ass up at the end?
No, they crushed it in a garbage compactor, I think. It never got as big as this spider, but that was the plot of Sting.
It's not as cool unless you blow it up in the ass.
Yeah.
With a bazooka.
With the bazooka that they
bazooka.
have for reasons.
So I mean,
Because they took the military car.
Yeah, so basically once they get out of the hospital, the military shows up, kicks them out of this hospital.
and then basically for about the next 50 minutes,
Yeah.
we're just
Jose and Alex are
Jose
riding
and
around.
Alex riding around trying to get this damn spider.
Yeah. And there, I would say like the big second act event is we go to this public park and the spider, who's probably about, I don't know.
The size of the top of a tree.
Yeah. He's about maybe like 15, 20 foot tall. Goes to this park and just goes on a murderous rampage. I mean, this movie is PG-13.
Right through people.
This movie is PG-13. I'm shocked they got away with that rating because there's quite a now. It's cheesy violence. We'll talk about effects later. It's cheesy violence, but there's quite a bit of blood splatter in this movie. So
Lots of people being impaled by spider
Oh,
legs.
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I kind of like. I mean, again, we'll talk about effects later, but I kind of like the idea of the spider's just like literally just crawling along and just like stabbing people with its legs as it's walking
"You're
along.
dead.
You're
You're
dead.
dead.
And then
You're
it
dead."
like picks people out to eat.
Yeah, occasionally it picks people up. It like cocoons them.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, it shoots its web out and this.
And then sucks him up.
Sucks
and
him up.
Eat him. Yeah, it's a fun little scene, I think. I mean, I'm getting a little worn thin of Alex and Jose's
just going back and
banter
forth for-
by this point. And some of the performance, like I think Greg Gunberg is actually fine in this movie.
He knows what kind of movie.
He knows what kind of movies he's in. Now, I think Claire Kramer is playing Lieutenant Brandt. Not that she doesn't know what kind of movie she's in, but
She's playing just a little too straight.
I don't know, just something. I don't think she's very good.
You know who she kind of looks like?
Who?
Dina Meyer.
She does kind of look like
She's
Dina
like
Meyer.
great value Dina Meyer.
Great value. That's mean.
Sorry.
Wow.
And then Ray Wise, I don't know. I don't know if he quite captures that irreverent feeling that you really need for this kind of
Dude,
movie.
he's just doing the same thing he does in everything else I've seen him in.
Yeah.
He just has
Like he
one
pretty much
acting
plays
mode.
Leland Palmer in everything I've seen.
Yeah,
Him in.
he kind of does. Yeah.
One
Just kind of
acting.
like.
Now I will say, Lynn Shay knew what kind of movie she was in. She had it cranked up to 11. But
Lynn Shay's Lynn Shay.
unfortunately, that was just one scene. Honestly, I think the movie would be better if they could have maybe just like instead of paying Ray Wise his fee, just pay Lynn Shay for a few more days and have her run around and do goofy stuff. I don't know.
Maybe.
But anyway, so they get to the park. You know, we have the classic monster movie scene where the spider decides to chase the truck, and they're driving around, and they are like, and you know, what's her face? Lieutenant Brandt's like, "You're gonna get caught in the crossfire," and they're like, "What crossfire?" And then of course there's like a blockade set up, and you know they pump this spider full of bullet holes.
It does not a damn thing.
Doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do nothing.
And then they jumped out of the truck, but the spider picks
the
up
truck,
his
chunks that booger.
throws it at the military guys.
He's driving a Ford Ranger, by the way.
He is driving a Ford Ranger.
Ford Ranger.
That is
Oh,
true.
yeah.
And then, is it after that? I guess that they go and they're trying to get it, and she gets like stuck to a tree.
Yeah,
and-
because the
Yeah.
spider takes off, and he's like, you know, it's in the woods. It's territory. We gotta go after it. Can't go after there, and it's territory.
I don't think he sounds quite
He
like
doesn't
that.
talk like that.
No, he doesn't.
But anyway, there's like this weird scientist guy that's been here the whole time. I guess that helped create this spider or something like that. So he knows the different stages of it.
Yeah, generic mad scientist.
Yeah.
So he
That
gives-
I believe is Lombardo Boyar,
maybe,
or maybe it's Patrick Bashir. I don't know.
who knows.
Who knows?
Not important.
Not important.
But he gives Miss Carly there a bag of explosives.
Yeah.
And if it gets close enough, she's got to do what she's got to do.
Does that ever pay off? That bag of explosives?
No.
No.
It never comes
She
into
has
play.
it on her, and he's like, she gets stuck to the tree, and he says something to the effect, "Now, if the spider gets close enough to you, are you prepared to do what you need to do?" And she's like, "Yes, sir."
I thought when she got like webbed up, like
I was like, okay, she dies.
she's gonna blow herself up and try to kill the spider, but
Nope.
no.
Nope.
I don't know what happens to that bag of explosives, but
Oh, I assume it was still on her back after Alex comes and cuts her out.
yeah,
I don't know. We've never seen it ever again.
never mentioned again.
Not important.
But anyway,
matter.
she gets taken, and then the spider runs off, and then they bring Alex and Jose back to like their little headquarters, and they're like, "You seem to know what's going on. Where's this thing gonna go next?" And then there's a joke because he's like, "Well, it's gonna go to like the most remote place it can find," and then they get a report, "It's in Little Tokyo," and he's like, "Or downtown." And so again, classic monster movie. This movie is just a series of monster movie tropes. Now you can either say, "Oh, it's being a satire or a parody of monster movies," which in a way it is, or you could just say
It's
this
a
is
little
just
bit of a parody.
you could say this is just lazy writing and they couldn't come up with something funnier. But
I think like if you look at the description on IMDb, it lists it as a parody.
calls it a parody.
Calls it a parody.
I guess so. I don't know. Maybe more satire than parody.
I think it's more of a satire than a parody.
Yeah, it
but I
doesn't
don't know
go
if they have I mean, I guess
full-blown
maybe they have-
parody.
They have a satire genre listing on IMDb, but yeah, they like list it as a parody. But I would call it more satire than that.
Yeah.
It's definitely trying to quote unquote comment on the genre, even
Sure.
though it's just picking the most generic tropes.
It's just
and
like
rolling with it.
recycling all the tropes.
It's
And
like you guys remember when Big Monster climbed tower?
remember when King Kong was on the Empire State Building?
What if we do that with a big spider?
What if we put the spider on the U.S. Bank Tower?
People be like, "Is that even an iconic building?"
No,
No.
not really. I mean, I'm sure if you live in LA, you probably know what it is. But
What if Big Spider goes through the town and destroys buildings?
Oh yeah, like a Godzilla movie.
Yeah, like he just goes through and destroys buildings, and we make it set in a little spot called Little Tokyo. See, because Godzilla's he's from Tokyo.
Tokyo. Okay, I get it.
Okay.
All right. So, but we're gonna do the thing. He climbs to the top of the building. He's gonna lay his nest. She's gonna lay her nest on top of the building. And Ray Wise is like, "I've called in an airstrike," and he's like, "You can't drop bombs in downtown LA." And he's like,
Why not?
"Why not? We need a good cleansing." He doesn't say that, but anyway, yeah. So he's got what he says. He's got 12 minutes to go save
something like that.
Carly. So he and Jose go in and have this extended elevator sequence where they're like listening to elevator music, and then they get out and the eggs are hatching.
Spiders, they're hatching.
They're hatching.
They're hatching.
They're hatching. I thought for sure it was gonna be like one of those the Mist scenes where she had little spider
Like
babies
little
in
eggs
her.
in her or something like that.
But we know it's not that kind of movie. So anyway, they save her and they get in the elevator just in time as the missiles hit the top of the building, and the spider eggs are blown up, and the spider falls to the ground and looks dead. But then they get to the ground, and of course they set up this whole thing with like while they were driving in the car, like he's like, you gotta hit it in its weak spot, which is when it's a spinneret, which is its ass. And
it's also a big ass spider.
Conveniently, there's a bazooka.
No, not conveniently. Ray Wise gave him that
because
he lost his Ford Ranger.
Oh, okay.
So he's like, here, you take this.
He's got a bazooka.
They give him the keys.
A military grade bazooka.
Yeah.
And Alex shoots a rocket into its ass and blows it
right
up.
up the ass.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Yeah. And then him and Carly.
And then it goes boom.
Him and Carly are like making out.
So I guess we're stuck together now.
Yeah. And Jose's like, get a room, guys.
Get a room.
And then the credits roll, but then there's a little
A stinger.
stinger where Ray Wise calls and is like,
Get it? A stinger.
what?
You get it?
You get it? He's like, what's the biggest cockroach you ever seen? And there's like a monitor in the background where the cockroach is climbing up the Statue of Liberty or something.
It's a big ass cockroach.
Big ass cockroach.
I don't think you can get away with.
But that's
with
a
the
bit
title
of a
big ass cockroach.
That's a bit too zesty, maybe. Anyway, and then Dylan's like, mercifully, it's over.
Yeah.
I will say, only 80 minutes.
It's quick and short.
It's
Quick.
short and
Painless?
Painless?
Question mark.
Maybe not. Listen, I appreciate the fact that it's self-aware.
Oh
it is.
yeah, I can get.
Oh,
behind that.
yeah.
It's irreverent. Now, it does recycle every trope you've ever seen, and it doesn't deconstruct it all that intelligently. And the comedy runs thin after a while. Like I like their banter, Jose and Alex, for a little bit, but
It's funny at first.
it runs thin pretty quickly. And some of the
The
acting's
performances are not great.
not great. And obviously, as we'll talk about, the moral of the story is they needed more money to do this right.
But they
But-
only had 600,000.
I do appreciate independent
Like
filmmaking.
it's not the worst thing I've seen. It's not atrocious, but it's just
No.
not good.
No.
I've seen way worse movies.
Oh, we've watched worse.
We've
movies
watched
on this
way
podcast.
worse movies for this podcast.
You've listened to 200 episodes.
Yeah.
There's been some. Sorry, there's been some shit.
There's been some
The
doozies.
language. I need to put some bleeps on this on these smart pads. Anyway,
This is a family-friendly podcast.
mostly
Sometimes.
I do keep it family friendly.
He says that at the beginning of some
You can say the
episodes.
word shit in a PG movie.
One time.
In a PG movie?
I think you can say the word shit in a PG movie. But you can't. Let's look it up. What are the rules on language?
You can
What
say
is language?
shoot.
I know you can say like damn,
Damn.
hell,
Ass.
ass a couple times probably. But I don't know. I feel like they're pretty strict on PG movies.
PG-13, yes.
PG-13, you can say shit as many times as you want. I assume.
One F word.
I think you get 2 F words
You get
now
2 F words now.
on PG-13
Ooh.
movies.
Fancy.
Fancy.
Rated R, you can do whatever you want.
Rated R. Well, not necessarily. There is such a thing as NC-17.
That's fair.
So I mean,
Women
they
don't last-
let them push the boundaries of rated R pretty far, though. You have to like have continuous graphic
Look at Terrifier.
sex and nudity to get NC-17.
Has
Neither one of those movies. None of those movies are rated.
That's true.
They're all unrated because
They're all
not.
unrated. They don't submit them to the MPA.
They are
That's
not
fair.
widely distributed. I guess I don't know. They're not carried by a major distributor.
What is the? I don't.
PG is the lowest rating that allows profanity, usually mild. Use of words such as shit, bitch, bastard, and ass are allowed while they will not be persistent or aggressive.
Persistent or aggressive. So if I say shit, but if I say shit,
Not
that what
You
it
have
meant?
to say it goofy.
well, shit.
we have gone way outside my usual tolerance for this podcast.
You can edit a lot of this out,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
But anyway, let's just move on to creature design, shall we?
Yeah.
Well, guys, spoiler alert. There's a big ass spider.
There's a big ass spider. Well, before we get into the CG part of it, you know, the design is fine. I mean, obviously it starts as a small spider
It does.
Smaller.
and it gets
spider.
bigger. You know, it's kind of a black color.
Looks kind of like a black widow.
But it's got kind of like almost like a queen alien head crest thing going on.
Sure.
And then almost like predator mandibles going on.
Sure.
But I don't hate the design.
It's not terrible.
Like,
It's a big ass
it looks
spider.
like a creepy spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
I
roll
mean,
with
I don't
it.
like spiders.
I don't like spiders.
I wouldn't mess with this spider.
I would not.
No.
No, they mentioned something in the movie about the Goliath bird eater tarantula. I'm like, if I saw one of those things in the wild, I would just die right there.
Right on the spot.
Right on the spot. You just had to drag my body.
What if it was
away.
in your house?
The house would be burned to the ground if I didn't die first.
If you didn't have a heart attack just from seeing it, just
We
burn the
would,
whole house down. It is the spider's house now.
you were recounting the story when we found that tarantula that one day, and
we did find a tarantula.
we about burned the house
we
down
live
that
in
day.
southeast Oklahoma, and,
Yeah.
and we do, in fact, believe it or not, have tarantulas here.
Yeah,
Sometimes they can get quite large. Usually they're not super big, and they don't get super fuzzy.
Yeah.
But this was one of those big fuzzy mother truckers.
yeah.
And it was just right on the wall. I mean, he had to have been like diameter of he had to have been 6 or 8 inches in diameter. He was big.
He was big.
He's a big boy.
He's
He's
a big
fuzzy, big old freaking fat little butt on the back of it.
Ooh.
No, sir.
No, sir.
I am not a fan of spiders. I thought Aaron was gonna have a heart attack.
I was
Turned
like,
around and saw it. I'm
get
like,
the
oh
raid.
my god.
And
They
then
got the raid.
I would spray the raid, and then I'd scream like a little girl and run away.
Because it kept moving. Like he sprayed the raid and it jumped off the wall and started moving toward him. He's like, ah.
And then I'd come back and spray it some more.
Yeah. So
It took a little bit.
interactions with a big ass spider, not
No,
happening.
Not happening, sir. Anyway, so yeah, the design is fine. The CG in this movie, not so fine. It's
Moving on to effects, I guess.
pretty rough.
Oh, really? No, not pretty. Really.
I was
Really
like,
rough.
I mean, you know, from I guess the opening shot is not the Lin Shaye bit. It's like we start at at the beginning of the third act, or the scene where like he's running up to the tower and stuff's
Something
going down.
blows up and he like.
But you know, from like
passes
this opening shot, there's some really bad CGI fire, and you're like, oh.
Ooh.
That's
gonna be
what
one
kind
of
of
those.
movie.
They spent
this
all of
is.
their CG budget on the spider itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not great
No.
by any means. It's really bad when it interacts with human beings.
When it interacts. Now, there are some scenes, like when it's climbing the bank tower, I'm like, that doesn't look
It's
terrible.
okay. I've seen worse things.
But yeah, when it's like stabbing people or like. you
It
know,
picks that one guy that's running up.
Yeah.
That looks so bad.
Some of it, or the guy, when it rips the guy in half.
That looks
That looks
terrible.
really bad. So yeah, I mean, and then the CGI helicopters and drones and stuff. Not good.
No.
Not great.
No.
Not great at all. But not good. I guess is the general moral of the story. Not good on the effects, but listen, they were working with 600K. It was 2013. I mean,
And they had a lot of people to pay.
Listen, if you've seen an asylum film or like a sci-fi original, that's about the quality that you're getting here. Maybe on some of like the shots of specifically the spider itself, maybe slightly better quality.
Yeah.
Like really just
I feel like the base CGI model of the spider was pretty detailed and
it's
not.
all right. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, anytime it has to, especially when it has to be in fast motion or anything, or with
Gets a
extreme
little rough.
close-ups,
Gets
it's
a
not
little
good.
rough.
So yeah, that effects are not good. And one other thing that bothered me too was like, so most of the time the color palette was just like your pretty standard like filterless color palette, just like natural colors.
Yeah.
But then a lot of the scenes with the spider in them, I guess to like hide some of the effects, like they basically drained all the color out, almost sepia tones. And it was like, well, this is kind of a weird abrupt shift in color palette, but okay. And then the CGI smoke, like when he's walking in front of the green screen at the end with the smoke and everything in the background.
Oh no,
It didn't look good.
No.
But
CGI fire is one of the worst looking things I've ever seen in my life, though.
yeah, CGI
Like in just
fire
pretty
is
much any
hard.
movie.
Any movie, yeah, it's hard to get right, and yeah, they don't do it good in this movie.
Like I feel like it would have to be cheaper to set actual things on fire, right?
Well, a lot of it was people on fire, and I mean, unless
How expensive were fire suits?
you have to have, like the safety people and the fire
Yeah.
suits and the, just CGI.
Overrated.
Overrated.
Who
Who
needs
needs
OSHA?
safety? I mean, this was an independently produced film. I don't know what the rules are.
I mean, are these people apart? I mean, some of these people probably have SAG cards.
I'm sure
so
Lin Shaye and Ray
they've
Wise
got,
are SAG members.
maybe they got some rules they have to abide by
Yeah.
with them being union members. But
yeah. So, I mean, they're not setting Lin Shaye on fire. So,
No.
why not?
why not? Good question. We love Lin Shaye on this podcast.
Lin
by the way.
Shaye's
Yeah.
a sweetheart.
I love Lin Shaye. I think she's actually a pretty good actress too.
She does good with what she's served to do.
Yeah,
Usually.
usually.
But
But
I mean, when the writing's good, she's good.
yep, she's most famous if you don't know for the Insidious franchise. I would say.
Yeah.
I'd say that's probably the thing that she's most famous for. I remember when she was just the teacher in A Nightmare on Elm Street, though.
A bit role.
Bit role.
A
To be
bit
fair,
low.
her brother produced the film.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
also in that terrible Grudge miniseries on Netflix.
Do what?
Remember that the Grudge?
Oh yeah.
There was a miniseries on Netflix.
I don't remember that.
Oh well,
We
exists.
watched
It's probably good that I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
It's not good.
I'll be honest with you. The only Grudge film that I've seen is actually that really bad remake that came in like 2021.
Oh,
Why?
why?
I don't know. Well, I've never seen the Ju-on movies,
You don't need to see any. You need to see.
and I've seen bits and pieces of the first Grudge movie from 2004 with like Sarah Michelle Gellar, but that's about it.
I mean,
Which you said the movie that one's based off of isn't even like the first Ju-on movie.
most-
It's like Ju-on 3, right?
yeah, I didn't want to turn this into a Ju-on podcast.
Sorry.
But the most famous Ju-on movie is the third Japanese Ju-on movie. Like that's the one that they actually had a studio budget and
Right.
is what most of the famous imagery is from. There's like 4 of the original Ju-on movies, and then they made some a trilogy of American remakes, and then they've done some other stuff since. But yeah, the third Japanese Ju-on movie is like the one that you need to watch if you like J-horror movies. But anyway, back to this
Sorry.
this subject.
Sometimes you got to get off on a tangent.
I
It's
know
okay.
sometimes tangents are fine. Music, generic movie
It's-
music.
It's here.
Generic.
It's very generic
It's
movie
extremely
music.
generic. I mean, like the army rolls up and it's like as stereotypical of like military or like government official rolling up that you've ever heard in your life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not nothing special.
Nothing memorable.
Yeah, but yeah. You guys want to do some final thoughts on Big Ass Spider before we move on?
I think so.
All right, Andrew.
Well, like
Well,
we said, well, like we said, this movie it's interesting watch. It's not the best movie we've ever seen. The CGI on it, questionable at best.
At best.
And the acting, some actors know what they're getting, what movie they're in, and some actors kind of don't, or just don't really care. And the score is very generic.
It does exist in this film though.
It exists, but is it rememberable? Not in the slightest.
Yeah. Sounds like they went to a website of copy free music and it's like, we'll take this and this and this.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Sir Siedri Torjusen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he created the copyright free music that they just went and got on.
Maybe
They're
they
like, you know
probably
what?
did.
We'll give him his credit.
That's right. There you go.
Or she. I don't know.
I don't know.
Or yeah. Anyway.
Anyways, this movie it's a fine, like, if you have nothing else to do, even you like weird, goofy, cheesy movies, you can watch it if you want to. So I think I'll give this movie, I'll give it a D plus.
A D plus. What do you think, Dylan?
It's a film.
It is a film.
It was made.
It was made.
There is a big ass spider.
There is a
Yes.
big ass spider.
So yeah.
The title is accurate.
It's very
They
accurate.
say that. How many times do they say the title? least twice.
At least 2 times they actually called it out. And
One of the most painful sequences in the movie, we didn't talk about it, but they're like showing news footage, and there's some like really stereotypical like
LA like gang
members or like
one of them's dressed up like Tupac.
The projects or something. I don't know, but
one of them's literally dressed up like Tupac.
one of them is like
like they got
someone
an
who
actor, they're
looks
like, let's get a Tupac lookalike.
Yeah.
They put the earrings and like the nose ring on him and like the white bandana and everything. Like I mean, they like dressed him up like Tupac. I'm like, they
It's like
did this.
maybe
on
Mike
purpose.
Mendez is a little racist. You know, I don't know.
I don't know.
Mike, please don't sue us.
Yeah, please don't.
Or we'll frame it.
Oh, we'll put it
Yeah.
on the wall, just as long as you don't win.
Yeah.
But you know, this movie does know what it is, and I can respect it for that. It's pretty self-aware and irreverent to a degree.
Yeah.
The thing that holds it back is that it's really just generic as hell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing memorable about any of the plot, any of the characters. Everyone's just here to service getting us from big ass spider scene to big ass spider scene, essentially.
Yeah.
I don't particularly care about any of these people at all or having them get to this situation. As a matter of fact, honestly, like had everyone just been cannon fodder.
You don't want Carly and Alex to get together?
Don't give a damn.
Okay.
But you know, the action when it's there is all right. Granted, the CGI is pretty bad.
Yeah.
It can be entertaining to watch. Although, like, again, anytime the spider interacts with a human being is pretty atrocious. And the score is extremely generic. I mean, it serves its purpose, I guess, as being background noise to the rest of what else is going on.
Yeah.
There have been worse ways to pass the time. I can get behind some of the comedy, and again, I'm glad that it knows what it is. So I think I'm with Andrew. I think I'll give it somewhere in the D range. I think I'm just gonna go with a flat D.
A flat D. All right. Well, listen, I agree with most of what you guys are saying. I think I agree with you. I think the most admirable bit of it is that it is self-aware. It knows what kind of movie it is. You know, they're not pretending that they're making art here. And, you know, I think some of the banter with Alex and Jose is kind of funny for a little bit.
It gets old quickly.
It gets old pretty quick. And I think they do put some effort into, like, rendering the spider at times with the budget that they had. But I agree with you, too. It's pretty generic, like, genre parody film. It's none of the jokes are very original. The acting is not that great across the board. You know, it does help that it's only 80 minutes. It's pretty short and sweet. But yeah, there's just no real, like, nothing really original here, and nothing, you know, really that invests me in the movie to care till the end. But yeah, I don't know though. I think I'll be a little kinder than you guys. I'll give it like a C-.
That's fair.
I think it's C-. But anyway,
I mean, again, I've seen worse things.
we've definitely seen worse things. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
We did, in fact, watch this film.
We have now watched it,
Yes,
and we
have.
can mark
I
it
watched
off.
it twice.
Mark it off our list of films that we've watched.
I got a letterbox.
We gotta let it. We can do that after the podcast. But anyway, you guys want to move on to some news?
Yeah.
Well, Rotten Tomatoes recently did their like top 300 films list. I think it's done by a formula. I think it takes like the critic score and the audience score and like does some kind of weird math formula. And I think it takes into account like number of reviews and stuff like that.
Or something.
So anyway, they did top 300 films, and Godzilla Minus One they ranked as the 19th best film of all time. What do you guys think about that? Overrated, underrated, just right? I mean, most people would say that they could probably find 20 better movies than, but I love Godzilla Minus One. I think it's about where it needs to be.
I really like that movie.
Yeah,
On a slider scale, it's one of the greatest kaiju movies ever made.
yeah, probably.
On a scale of the greatest movies ever made of all time,
Yeah.
there could be an argument to put it in the top 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the right answer.
There could be an argument. I mean, if I really sat here and thought about it for a long time, I'm positive I could find 20 movies that I think are better than that. But like, if you just told me name 20 movies right now that are better than Godzilla Minus One, I could maybe think of like 5.
Yeah. What do you think, Andrew?
I think the same thing. It has a
That's a damn good movie.
strong argument to be in the top 20 for sure.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I have it on this news here, but I did read where I believe the next his sequel film is supposed to be filming this fall, I believe, and be wrapped up by next spring.
Okay.
So they're hiring visual effects artists right now for it.
Oh.
So they're
Any
getting,
story leaks on that at all?
Nope, I haven't heard anything about what it's going to be about. I mean, we talked about it on the podcast last week, that Bloomberg report that they did over Toho, where they were talking about like all the investments, international investments and stuff. They mentioned in that article that it was going to be a sequel to -1, so everyone's taking that to very literal, like it's going to be a direct sequel to -1. I don't know if they were using sequel as like a
loose term,
like as
a follow up to his
follow-up, yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, no one really knows.
I bet they're giving him a nice little budget for this movie, though. Now
He said himself he expects to have a larger budget for this movie.
I mean, if they can accomplish what they did with $15 million,
yeah,
allegedly, with that
Well,
movie, if they can get $30 million even,
yeah. I mean, Toho said over the next 5 years they plan to,
I mean, how much did that movie? Remind me, how much that movie make? Do you remember offhand?
when it was all said and done, quite a bit. I mean, I think in America alone it pulled like
$50
million
or
or something. Yeah, so
Above its budget.
well above its budget. I mean, Toho is going to invest over $100 million in the Godzilla franchise. Now that includes games, marketing, all that. But I mean, even if they just devoted like,
I mean, I think $30 million is pretty
a third
fair.
of that to a movie, that'd be a good budget. It'd be a good budget.
I think $30 million is pretty fair.
I think he can do.
I mean,
a lot
that's more
for
than
it.
some Hollywood movies nowadays. I mean, it's not Hollywood blockbuster money, but
It's more than some like Blumhouse movies.
it's
Yeah.
more than a lot of Blumhouse movies.
But
Blumhouse likes to operate between that $10 and $25 million range.
yeah, so yeah. I'm
What
excited
other
about-
news we got?
What other movies we got? Blah blah blah. Henry Jackman is set to score the next MonsterVerse film. Not his first MonsterVerse film. He did do Kong Skull Island. Not his first rodeo with the MonsterVerse. He knows, he knows his way. I mean, he's probably most famous in terms of just his body of work for the Kingsman films, or at least that's what I most associate him with. But
It's fair.
yeah, anyway, better than Tom Hulkenberg. Sorry,
You don't like Tom Hulkenberg?
no, Junkie XL and me are not friends.
I'm not a big fan of Junkie XL. I will say his score for the Snyder Cut
Yeah,
is not bad.
yeah.
But that's about the only thing I've ever liked that he's done, really.
Yeah. I mean, the Wonder Woman theme,
I don't
guess
like the Wonder Woman theme.
I
I'm not a big
like
fan.
it, but apparently it was actually written by Hans.
I've heard that. He did do the music for. I'll give him this. He did do the music for Mad Max Fury Road.
That was good.
I'll
But
give him that one.
Yeah, that was good. And his Kong theme in Godzilla vs. Kong is not bad. But,
It's passable.
Not my favorite. Not
it
my favorite
functions.
composer.
but anyway. Let's see. Subaraya has announced that Ultraman Omega will be the next Ultraman series and it will debut July 5th. Andrew, we watched the preview. I actually like his design. Like his like primary color red, so it's one of the more unique designs we've had in a while. So maybe a promising sign. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. The new Godzilla manga will be called Godzilla Galaxy Odyssey and will come out May 27th.
Yay?
Yay.
Yay.
And then
When are
alleged.
you gonna get into Godzilla manga?
Well, this is the first, I believe, like manga. Godzilla like manga. Like there's a lot of comic books like Marvel and IDW comic books, but I think this is the first like
Are you gonna buy it?
manga. I might.
You got to read it backwards.
That's okay. It's only backwards if you look at it from an American perspective.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. And then supposedly a 4K release of Shin Godzilla is coming, and it will include the orthochromatic version, the black and white version, but there's no release date on it yet. So
Oh,
anyway,
fancy.
so for our 200th episode celebration, we've decided that we're gonna pick one Godzilla movie each, and then we'll each pick a non-Godzilla movie. Can be Gamera, King Kong, or other, and kind of as a nice celebration, remembrance of the podcast so far.
Everyone has to give their reasons why they think it's good,
Yeah,
and then we can kind of debate about who's right. And then
everybody
ultimately-
can be right.
Well, no. No. We have to make a
Everybody's right,
decision.
Dylan.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna make a decision here today.
What the best Godzilla movie is?
We're gonna make a decision
Definitively?
Here today. Definitively.
And the fandom must accept it.
And no, the fandom doesn't have to accept anything. This is just the opinions
Of
reflected
3
here of this
people.
podcast.
Well,
But
Andrew,
I think we ultimately, based on everyone's arguments, I think we should collectively decide. Even if you may not personally, technically agree with it, like if someone gives a valid argument, you're like, you know what, I can stand behind that argument. You're right.
okay.
What do you think?
I think that's fair.
Okay.
Andrew,
Good
you
enough.
start.
Godzilla movie. What's your top
Favorite
Godzilla
Godzilla
movie?
movie?
One of my favorite all
Your
time
top Godzilla movie all time.
of all time. Probably. I know this is probably a little controversial.
Okay.
Godzilla vs. Destroyer.
Get him out.
You're John. What kind of fan are you? No, I'm just kidding. I like that one too.
It's a good movie. I'll
It's
give
a
you that.
good one.
But why?
Why?
But why?
Yeah.
I like the story in it, and I like the story about Godzilla, going into meltdown mode. What his like radioactive core core
Or like burning Godzilla.
burning, where his core is not, managing its radiation good.
You're not making a good argument here, Andrew. I'm just saying.
Shut up. I think that's cool. How they had to deal with that so he doesn't, explode and destroy the whole world.
Yeah.
And, I like the whole story about Minya, him getting
He's not Minya.
not Minya.
He's Godzilla Jr.
Godzilla Jr. in this movie, how he got irradiated from Godzilla, being supernova or whatever, and becoming bigger
Yeah.
into what Aaron said, Godzilla Jr.
Okay.
And I like the story. I like how they created a destroyer from the oxygen destroyer from the original movie. And, he grows and he destroys everything with his antimatter powers, where he can and how he replicates and how he combines itself into one being,
Into one being.
Yeah.
into Destroyer.
Okay.
The story is pretty cool.
Destroyer is
I like
pretty cool.
Destroyer. Okay.
Okay.
Am I next?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna go with a little recency bias.
Of course you are.
Of
I'm sorry.
course.
I'm gonna do it. It was really hard to pick, but I think because I'm pretty sure I know what Aaron's gonna pick. I had to go with Godzilla -1.
Okay. You think that's the best Godzilla movie ever made?
I'm picking it because I think I know what you're gonna pick. I don't want to pick something too similar to what you're picking.
All right. Well, tell me why Godzilla -1 is the best.
Pretty much everything about it is top notch.
Yeah.
It's not just a good Godzilla film.
Yeah.
It is just a good film, period.
Damn right.
Damn right. The story is engaging. It's heartfelt. It's tragic. The characters you care about. It's probably the first time in modern Godzilla filmmaking that there are characters in a film that you actually have emotions towards because of the way they're set up and the arcs that they go through in this film. The effects for $15 million are incredible.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've watched a Godzilla movie out of all the Godzilla movies that we've watched, it's the first time since arguably toward, I don't know, maybe like somewhere around like Destroyer, in my opinion, that Godzilla truly feels menacing to me. Like he is a terrifying creature.
Yeah.
Just and the score is incredible. I mean, everything about that movie is just top tier work. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, there's it's really hard to find like anything bad about it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. All right. No, listen, that's a good argument. I mean, I'm going to pick my personal favorite Godzilla movie is Mothra versus Godzilla from 1964.
That's what you were going with.
I mean, and listen, it's a lot of it's personal taste. Like you guys know, I love old movies. I love old kaiju movies. And that film is like the perfect encapsulation, the perfect like combination of all the elements of Godzilla that I love, from, the film grain to the old school sound effects, the old school monster effects, the rubber suited wrestling matches, without it being too cheap, but, without it, having that glossy modern look to it. And then again, and I also just love the combination of like the classic, sci-fi Godzilla elements with the more kind of fantasy elements of Mothra, because Mothra obviously is my second favorite kaiju, and bringing those two elements together and mixing them. And I think if Fukube is at the top of his game, I think Tsuburaya is at the top of his game for that movie. I think Ishiro Honda is at the top of his game. I mean, I just love that movie.
Okay. I disagree.
You disagree? Of course you do.
I disagree. Well, granted, I'll give you this. That is a very good movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll give you that.
So is Destroyer.
Destroy is good. Okay, I'll give you that. But are they just good Godzilla movies, or are they good movies, period?
I know where you're going.
That's where I argue. My movie is good. It stands alone
But
outside of the Godzilla franchise.
We're going for the best Godzilla movie.
Yeah, that's why it's the best Godzilla movie, because it's not only a good Godzilla movie, it's a good film, period.
I think a good Godzilla movie is a good movie. But I will concede that if we're just going by if you're just going by the check boxes of what's a great movie, Godzilla -1 on a objective scale is probably the best Godzilla movie. I will grant you that.
The only one that gives it a run for its money, in my opinion, is the original.
The original, I would agree with that. The only reason I would put the original, and I've said this before, my top 3 is Mothra vs. Godzilla, then the original, then -1. The only reason I put the original over -1 is because -1 borrows so many elements from that original movie. That. But again, I will concede to you that if you're just on an objective scale, Godzilla -1 is probably the best Godzilla movie.
In just about any aspect that I can think of. From a technical level, the story, the arc that our main character goes on in that film, from being a failed kamikaze pilot to being willing to sacrifice himself to save the people that he loves at the end by becoming a kamikaze pilot, is a really incredible arc for the character.
It is easily the best human arc in any of the films. I will grant you.
And that's the thing that so many Godzilla movies lack for me, is a lack of human element that you can get behind. And that it does that so well, on top of being, top tier with the kaiju action, Godzilla being terrifying, just all of it in general. I feel like just it all culminates into a really great experience, not only as a Godzilla film, but just as a good movie. That's why it made so much money in America, in my opinion, is because not only did it appeal to the people that like Godzilla, it also appealed to a broader audience, just a general American audience, not quite as generalized as the MonsterVerse, but a more broad audience, because it has things that you can get behind outside of just okay, cool, monsters are punching each other.
Yeah. Any disagreements?
Why are you right? Why do you think you're right? Any disagreements with me, or are we okay to concede to Dylan that Dylan's correct today?
Dylan's right.
Damn it. Meh. No arguments against Destroyer? I'll give you this. The fact that Godzilla is literally a ticking time bomb in that movie is pretty
It has
solid.
a great ticking clock. And I will also say,
it gives that movie stakes.
The scene where Burning Godzilla goes to Junior after he's been dropped by Destroyer.
That probably has the most emotional Godzilla moment in all time with
when he melts
Junior.
down.
Well, when he goes
that
to
score at the end too, though, I'll give you that.
Fukube was really good in that movie too. But when he goes to Junior and he's trying to breathe life into Junior and he starts crying, and the human character says something it was the only family he had left. I was like, it's hard.
That was probably the most
It's pretty
emotional
hard.
Godzilla moment ever.
But anyway, you wanna go around the table and pick a non-Godzilla movie?
Sure. Why don't you start?
All right. Well, I'm gonna be a basic B, and I'm gonna
Of
pick
course.
the granddaddy of them all. Well, actually, we might be reviewing the great granddaddy of them all coming up here pretty soon. But the granddaddy of them all, the original 1933 RKO Pictures film, King Kong.
I don't think we can beat that.
Because
I'm sorry.
I mean, I will say, if you want to point out weaknesses, there are some old movie tropes in there.
Well, tell me why it's the best, though.
But it's the best because, one, it is really the first what I would consider a true giant monster movie. I think, like I said, we're going to talk about The Lost World. Many argue that is, but there's dinosaurs. Those are, at least based in some kind of reality. This is the first made up giant monster film.
Someone's like, okay, let's take this monkey and make him huge.
Yeah. And just, all the classic themes of man going into nature and, basically raping nature and then that coming back to bite them. And then, the idea of first they go to the island and they see all these amazing otherworldly things of the dinosaurs and the giant ape and all that, and then they bring that world back to New York, and of course it goes terribly wrong, and you know, all that thing. And then if you want to get deep about it and talk about the racial politics, which I won't, I mean, you know, you could say it's a really adult film for the time.
Yeah.
And then I think on a technical level, the stop motion effects by Willis O'Brien for 1933, I mean, it took him 7 years to do them, are just incredible. I mean, if you go back and watch that film and those stop motion effects, I mean, you can see the little hairs moving on King Kong. I mean, that's some top-notch stop motion right there. It's quite incredible. And, you know, there's some puppet
He's
close-ups.
making way too good a case for this. I don't know if we can beat this, Andrew.
I don't think I can.
There's
beat
some
this.
close-ups of like a puppet face that are unfortunate, but no, it's a great film, great acting, all that stuff, and you can't go wrong with the original King Kong movie.
What do you got?
Well, mine is not probably as well known or as good as Aaron's.
Okay,
Mine is Diamond.
Diamond, any particular of the three?
I like the original Diamond, you know, the OG.
The OG, okay. What
You
about
know-
it do you like?
You know, it's just a simple, you know, evil people come take over a village
Yep.
of, you know, poor settlers. And, you know, they...
I don't know, they're settlers or
They're not
villagers.
settlers. They're just villagers. Poor village.
Villagers.
A poor village they take over.
Eh. Eh?
Are you okay? And, you know, then the survivors, the people that get away, go seek out Diamond for help, you know. And he comes back, and he's, you know, he's not really a good god per se. He's
He's
kind
an
of
angry god.
and you know, when you know, get his help, he just kind of goes on a rampage and doesn't care about anything. So he just destroys whatever he wants to destroy, good or evil. And I think that's pretty cool aspect, you know. You get help, but at what cost?
Yeah. I will say I do love in that original Diamond trilogy, like the Christian religious iconography, like in that, I think it's the end of
Yeah.
that first movie where the bad guy literally gets nailed to a cross. It's pretty great. But
You know. And he doesn't stop at the person that you want dead sometimes. He keeps on going until you know, seal him back to where he came from.
yeah. Yeah. Usually the tears of a maiden or something. I don't
Yeah.
remember, but
It's a little weird, but you know.
Dylan, do you have a film?
I'm going to go a little off the wall and pick something a little underrated that
Okay.
we watched.
Okay.
Something that I feel like is underrated, not talked about enough.
I think I know where you're going, but go for it.
Where do you think I'm going?
Are you going Korean?
Korean? I thought about it.
Since we watched one of his movies recently, I thought that's where you would go.
Now that you say that, it almost makes me want to go there.
What were you gonna say?
I have a toss up. I really had a hard time picking between the two. My first thought was the host.
Yeah.
Bong Joon-ho's the host. Just because I really like Bong Joon-ho's movies,
Yeah.
except for Mickey 17. We don't want to talk
We
about
don't
that.
talk about that.
But I think I'm gonna go with something that's just really underrated, something
Yeah.
that wasn't talked about very much because of when it came out. Granted, this is the just normie in me, I guess. Love and Monsters.
I thought you might go there too.
It's just really good.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
It's
I
got
like Love
it's
and
got a lot of
Monsters.
heart.
Yeah.
It's got good characters.
Yeah.
It's got pretty solid performances.
Yeah.
It's got decent monster action.
Yeah.
The effects are pretty solid. And it wasn't talked about enough. It's got a pretty decent emotional element. Like that scene, I remember he has a scene where he interacts with like that robot. They're
Yeah.
sitting there. I'm like,
And then the
feel for
robot,
that robot. That robot died.
the robot dies.
So, yeah.
I mean, it's a solid movie. You almost accidentally said another one we could have brought up. The Mist.
I almost said The Mist too. I thought about The Mist just from the ending alone. I was like, one of those three
Stephen
movies.
King
I was like, do I
classic.
want to pick that American movie?
Yeah.
Do people know The Mist?
People know the Mist, but no, I mean, I agree with you. I don't think either of those two films are nearly
I don't think any of those
as
can-
conic.
You can't.
I mean, you can't beat King Kong on top of the Empire State Building swatting at
I mean, no.
Yeah.
those biplanes.
I mean, I think both of our movies are solid picks, but
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Don't even have to have a counter argument or rebuttal to that. Like
No.
King Kong, it's really hard to argue. King Kong's not the best out of those three.
And, just because we spent so long on this podcast reviewing them, I don't want to go without mentioning, I did enjoy the Gamera franchise, particularly the Heisei trilogy and Gamera the Brave.
Those are all very good.
Those were good memories. Of course, I watch them all the time, but,
sitting over there on the shelf.
Sitting over there on the shelf. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun recording. I mean, we're going to keep going. I've had a lot of fun doing this podcast. I hope that Dylan, I know that you didn't like a lot of the movies that we reviewed, but
some of them are not great.
I hope you at least had a fun experience with the podcast.
I'm a better, more well-rounded film fan and film connoisseur now that I have seen the films that I have participated in. Now, granted, there's a large gap there where I did not participate.
Yeah,
try to do my best.
Yeah,
I will be around for what we have coming up here pretty soon, though. I think.
Oh yeah.
What do we got coming up though? When does that start?
Well, starting next week, we'll do an Ultraman movie.
I'm not watching that. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I didn't expect you to. And then the week after that, I believe we will be starting dinosaurs. So we're going to start with the 1925 film Lost World, The Lost World, silent film. Really, like one of the early entrepreneurs of film. Many say the first monster film ever made. So I've never seen it. I'm excited to watch it. I mean, silent films may not be our forte, but I like
Nosferatu.
I like Nosferatu. And then we're going to review the 1960 adaptation of The Lost World, which I think is a Spanish film, if I'm not mistaken. And then we're going to get into everyone's favorite, Jurassic Park. And we're going to review all seven Jurassic Park movies, including the new one, which will be the weekend before G-Fest.
Is that the weekend before G-Fest?
Yeah. So.
That's the weekend of G-Fest, I thought.
Before.
It comes out July the 5th?
Yeah.
The 4th?
5th, 4th. I think this says 5th on the trailer. I don't know. It's the weekend before. I looked at the calendar.
July. Early July.
The first weekend of July.
So yeah, early July. I'm trying to see if maybe Aaron might want to try to do. Did you tell him that we're going to G-Fest?
I did tell him that we're going to G-Fest.
Tell us what you think. Feel free to chime in.
I thought about.
What if we do a
live?
I thought about
we can either do it live or
I don't know about live,
pre-recorded little show from the road in Chicago.
Recorded out of our hotel room. I thought about it. Now, of course, there's a logistics problem.
We have to find out how to get all this.
We'd have
stuff
to fly. Now, it's easier now, I think, with the Procaster because we really don't even have to mess with the laptop except to edit it and publish it. But there is somebody's suitcase is going to have to be basically devoted to audio equipment. So, do I want to check another bag? Do I want to risk it getting broken in transit? I don't know. I have to think about it. But maybe we could do it. Well, we'll think about it.
We'll have to think about it.
Maybe we could do like a nightly recap of all the fun things we did at the festival. And maybe then sneak in some stuff we did outside of the festival. We're going to gotta go a day early so that we can run around Chicago and then stay most of a day late. So we can also run around Chicago. And of course, I think the festival ends at like 5 o'clock most days. So
yeah, so we'll have some time in the evenings.
Despite
the warnings that
my mother is like, don't run around Chicago after dark. I'm like, it's no more dangerous than any other city. We ran around New York after dark, and
we'll be okay.
Mom did panic a little bit, but we lived.
Listen, if someone wants us that bad, they can have us.
They can have us. I mean, if I can't enjoy life, what's the point in going outside?
Exactly.
Now, if I get held at knife point, I may change my mind. But anyway.
So if any of you are from Chicago, by the way, and you have any specific spots that we just absolutely need to hit up while we're there, send it over. Email us at stompthisway1954 at gmail.com or our website.
Or you can visit our website, www.stompthisway.wordpress.com.
That's right.
I assume we also have a little bit of social media somewhere, probably mostly Facebook. But
Facebook
at Stomp This Way on the FB.
On the FB, that's right. That's the only one I keep up with. So
that's fair. It's a job.
Our Facebook.
We got a like on there the other day. Someone liked one of our photos.
I know. I saw that. I think it was a bot account, but if you're not a bot account, we love you.
Yeah.
If you are a bot account, Oh well.
We love you too.
Oh wow.
Thanks for
the like.
Thank you, bot account. Anyway, other than that, like I said, next week is going to be Ultraman. What is next week, Andrew?
An Ultraman movie.
Look over there. Look over there on the shelf. What comes after Orb? After Orb Saga?
It's a movie.
Well, we've outplayed our outros.
Aaron played a little bit too early.
We're gonna restart it. I think it's Ultraman R and B. It's it's the next Ultraman movie, whatever it is. And then we'll do, like I said, the Lost World, and then Ultraman, then the Lost World, and so on and so forth. So anyway, as I said, Ultraman movie. As always, I'm Aaron.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Dylan. And we'll catch you in the next one.